Winter's coming, so get ready for cold temperatures now by calling Premier Heating and Air. Get a heating and air system checkup for only $49. Our trained professionals will come out, inspect your unit, inspect your heater and duct system, and ensure it's ready for winter weather. Ask your technician about our indoor air quality products as well as attic insulation, duct cleaning, and moisture barrier. Experience the Premier difference today and get a heating system checkup for only $49. Premier Heating and Air, a locally owned and operated company. Offer ends 11/30/23.
Hello and welcome to the Region 2A Media Day. This is our second year that we've been able to do this. I'm Jason Holcombe, your Director of Marketing and Sports Information for Dublin City Schools, and we're so excited to have our 5 teams from Region 2A participating today. But enough about me talking. We want to go ahead and get into the nitty-gritty of talking to these different teams and try to get them ready for this really exciting year that lays ahead. Starting off with our Bleckley County Lady Royals and Coach Stanley. Coach, you're in your second season with the Lady Royals. What did you learn from that first year?
Yes, they work very hard, yes, and they're always dedicated. And, you know, as far as wins and losses, they will come. So we finished 4th in the region last year, which is an accomplishment, and played in the state tournament.
Talk about what you feel like the ladies learned from that playoff berth.
That it takes hard work, and as far as that playoff berth, yes, it's going to take more. It's going to take more, right? It's going to take more dedication, more hard work, and just to buy into a system, right?
Now, we've got with us today Trinazia, Jordan, and Amaya. Ladies, tell me, what did you learn from the experience of last season?
It was a great experience. I learned better ball handling, and we learned how to play together as a team.
Last year, I feel like we was a very young team, so it was more of teaching and learning. And this year, I feel like it'll be better because we all know what we're supposed to be doing. Because last year, that was the learning experience. This year, we all know what to do. So,
now, when we talk about learning and growing, that can sometimes be a little frustrating and hard. How do you power through some of those moments where things aren't going the way that you want them to go in the game and trying to see the bigger picture?
We talk to each other and encourage each other to do better and look at the mistakes that we made on the floor and try not to do the same things over and over again.
Now, for y'all, what does it mean to represent Bleckley County as a Lady Royal?
Like, kind of respect yourself as you go off the other places.
And you guys have history and tradition. Talk about being a part of that history and tradition.
It was the history and tradition. It was, I say, being a Lady Royal and looking back on the dates and stuff that they've accomplished. We try to do the same things that they do, but better. Like making it to the Sweet 16 and so on.
just keeping it going, basically.
Now, Coach Stanley, you have a lot of experience with basketball and coaching basketball. And what have you seen thus far from the Lady Royals this year that has you excited about maybe going a little deeper than the first round?
Yes, the buy-in process. They've pretty much bought in just the couple of weeks we had from the beginning of this season, from the summer. Yes, they have bought in.
Now, what are the goals? I know every team puts up on their board in their locker room specific goals that they want to achieve. What are some of those goals that the Lady Royals have set for themselves?
Okay, to get 1% better every day, whether it's practice, whether it's in the hallways at school, and on the basketball court. Get 1% better every day.
So with about 80 days worth of basketball, that's 80% better.
Yes, correct.
Wow. Now, talk about on the side of education, how important has it been for you guys to make sure that you're handling business in the classroom so that you can be what you need to be for your teammates?
Very important. If you're going to be a leader, you have to set an example.
In the classroom and on the court, because being a student athlete come first. Student is first, so you got to make sure your grades and everything is great before you want to play any sport.
And Coach, talk about what you do from your lens as a coach to make sure that these ladies are keeping first things first.
Yes, our practices are geared towards learning first. So we may schedule practice way ahead of time before we get on the court, and we'll do other stuff as far as study hall, going back to make sure that you make up a test and stuff of that nature, to just make sure that we cover all the bases before basketball.
Now, ladies, what I want to ask you, pretty much I think we might be in closing here, is what's the number one thing that you hope to accomplish individually and as a team? So I'm going to start right here and go down.
Individually, this year I'm going for Region Player of the Year, and as a team, Region Champions.
Individually, I want to have the best defensive award, and as a team, I want to go to the region championship.
Don't be bashful, Amaya. You good. We got you.
Just support.
I'm just be there to support them no matter what.
I love it. Well, ladies, I want to thank you guys so much for coming on to the show today and giving everybody a chance in Cochran to see what's going to be coming this year for the Lady Royals. We want to wish you all the best. Like I tell everybody, we want to wish you all the greatest success except when you face us. So good luck to y'all all season long, and thank you, Lady Royals, for joining us. We'll be back in just a few minutes with some more of the Region 2 Media Day.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
First Lawrence Bank invites you to experience banking at its best. Whether you have personal or business needs, we're a full-service bank big enough to handle all of your banking needs and small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank like First Lawrence Bank. Looking forward to your future? That's First Lawrence Bank in Dublin and Dexter, member FDIC.
North, south, east, or west, Friendly Gus is on your way today. Fuel up with Friendly Gus's delicious breakfast, made fresh every day. Your wallet and your belly will thank you. Choose from our 20, 40, and 60-piece chicken finger and wing platters. And don't forget the tater logs. Our food is always fresh and our service is always friendly. Friendly Gus, on your way today. Also shop Cochran Brothers Cash and Carry at 320 South Jefferson in Dublin for additional items like paper products, chicken wings, bulk drinks, spices, sauces, and more.
Welcome back, guys, to the Region 2A Media Day here at the Dublin High School Auditorium. We've already heard from Bleckley County, and now moving along in alphabetical order, we're going to stop by and visit with our Lady Irish from Dublin High School. Coach Evan Jefferson is here today. We've got a trio of seniors that are going to be here talking about what they were able to accomplish last year and what they hope to accomplish this year. Coach, if I remember right, you were 16-11 last year, finished region runner-up, and ended up making it to the Sweet 16. Talk about the accomplishments of the Lady Irish last year.
It was a big accomplishment. We pretty much were figuring ourselves out from the beginning of the season and really came on strong at the end of the season. New roles for a lot of the players, and we were able to get back to the region championship again and make it to the second round of the playoffs. So I felt like it was a big season for them.
Yeah, and it felt like your lineup took a little while to get settled for various reasons, and then once you guys got everybody in place, it seemed like things went flowing. What was the one thing that you learned from last year that you didn't foresee at the beginning of the year?
Just the growth in a lot of the players as far as like leadership. There were some people that stepped up big time that I didn't think were ready at the time, but they proved me wrong, which is always good. So I was happy about that.
Now, we've got with us also Nahaley, Jordan, and Tahara, and you guys as senior leaders, you've been involved in playoffs and region title chases. You know what that feels like. Do you feel like that's going to prepare you for this season and the grind that you're about to go through?
Yeah, I think it'll prepare us because we've been through it before, so we know what we need to do to win. And so everybody, it wouldn't be like we're going into a gray area or anything like that. Like, everybody knows what to expect, and everybody knows what we expect of each other.
And I saw both of you guys shaking your head too. Now, Jordan, I'm going to put this one to you. What did you learn about yourself last year?
I learned that I have something to bring to the table. I just got to put forth the effort and the time to execute it into my game.
And Tahara, you would be considered a defensive specialist. I haven't seen someone steal the ball as frequently as you can. And then when you put your track pedigree behind it, you're at the basket before a lot of teams are turning their hips around. What are some of the things that you're trying to do to improve your overall game this year?
I'm trying to work on more endurance so I can be in the game more and not tired quick, basically.
Well, I don't think you'll get too tired because you ran cross country this year, so you should be in pretty good shape. Now, Coach Jefferson, we're in a fairly loaded region as far as talent's concerned. I see a lot of returning players from the different teams. What do the Lady Irish need to do to make sure that they're hopefully up near that top again?
The biggest thing for us is not is being selfless and not selfish. We have a lot of kids this year, and we also added some new pieces to the wrinkle. And Kaden Hope, Coach Hope's daughter, and Renaya Washington. So they're both. We got Kaden's a junior, Renaya's a senior. Both play really good defense. Both play hard. So they're going to already add to Tahara, who was Defensive Region Player of the Year. Caitlin Nesbitt, she won her freshman year. She's always up there in steals. McKinley Lanier, big-time rebounder. So we have a lot of pieces that really going to help us get back to the championship, which is always the goal. And we've been to it the last 3 years. We want to win it this year and go further than the second round of the playoffs. We want to try and get to the Elite Eight, the Final Four, especially with this group here. They came in with me, and I want them to walk out with a bang, so that's the goal.
Well, Coach, I think about, when you talk about team leadership, all three of these young ladies are leaders in their own way, but Haley, you seem to be Coach Mini-Me a lot of times. I hear a lot of Coach Jefferson speak coming out of you and a lot of leadership. Even when you played volleyball, you're sitting there coaching up the kids on volleyball. Talk about what you try to do to be that leader for your teammates.
I try to just coach them up because I've been there. Like, I've been a 4-year starter, so I kind of know, what's going on. And then we have a lot of new players that's kind of like, we got some freshmen coming in, so I'm just trying to help them, And then the seniors, just trying to keep them motivated because, this is our last year and we want to go out with a bang. And plus, not only am I preparing, to play, this season, but I'm preparing to play in college. So it's not what I do here, it's about preparing to get to that next level.
I love it. Now, Jordan, as you wrap things up, what's the one thing you want to make sure you do this year so you leave nothing behind whenever you walk off the court?
I want to make sure I go hard. I execute everything that I've worked hard for these past 3 years and just give it all I got for my last year.
I love it. And finally, Tahara, for you?
Yeah, basically the same thing she said. I just want to give it all I got. It's our last year and just try to make the best of things and go all out when I get on the court.
Well, I wouldn't expect any less from the three of you or Coach Jefferson. I get some really good shots of Coach Jefferson because of his intensity, so I'm grateful for that. Thank you for giving me the chance to get those photos. And thank you guys for joining us. We're going to be back in just a few minutes as we continue Region 2's Media Day right here.
We have natural gas all over town.
Get yourself a natural gas tankless water heater and save space.
And have endless hot water.
Natural gas is more efficient than electricity.
And it's lighter than air.
When you install natural gas appliances,
you can get rebates up to $1,500.
The City of Dublin will finance you up to $7,500.
For 60 months at 0% interest.
Use natural gas for all your outdoor cooking.
It's a luxury.
We're on call 24/7.
You'll call us and we'll be there.
Whether you're building a home or starting a business, City of Dublin Natural Gas has you covered.
We serve commercial and residential gas all across town.
Finish the drill with natural gas. Call your gas guys.
At 478-277-5048.
Allen's Heating and Cooling is your licensed Amana equipment dealer. Trust Allen's Heating and Cooling to install and service your heating and air conditioning unit. Allen services all brands, and with the purchase of a new unit, Amana offers a lifetime compressor warranty. Sean Clark or any of his friendly staff can help you today at Allen's Heating and Cooling. Your Amana dealer. Amana, last and last and last.
Train for a new career or go further in a field you love with education and skills training from Oconee Fall Line Technical College. OFTC offers 130-plus programs in high-demand fields that will prepare you for the workforce fast. That's 2 years or less. Classes are hands-on, giving students practical experience to be successful on the job. With affordable tuition and flexible classes, you can fit college into your lifestyle. Isn't it time you loved your career? Get started with OFTC today. Oconee Fall Line Technical College. Careers begin here.
Back to our Region 2A Media Day. I'm Jason Holcombe, and we're back here at the Dublin High School Auditorium. We've already heard from the Lady Royals and the Lady Irish. Now we're going to come over to the Lady Falcons from East Lawrence. We're joined by Coach Danielle Lothar and a trio of fantastic Lady Falcon players. Coach Lothar, it's your third season as a coach. You finished third last year in the region. Three seem to be coming up everywhere, but talk about last year for us for a moment.
We want to change that 3 though. Well, last year we had a good season. 17-11, went to the playoffs. We made it to the Sweet 16. Looking to do better things this year.
And talk about what did you discover about the Lady Falcons that you didn't realize when you started last season?
We just need to just put in the work. Put in the work. I know they're already working, but just put in the work, the mindset, the different things like that. That's what we're working on.
Now, when you talk about this season, what's different about this season?
Experience. They have a lot of experience there. All three of them are juniors. That's all we got. Actually, they're the leaders, the senior leaders, as I call them. So we're looking to be better than we were last year.
And so we've got Jayla, Brenda, and Michaela out here today. You guys have been participating in East Lawrence basketball for a while. What's something that you learned about yourself last year? Y'all are bashful people. All right, so how did you think you did last year?
I'd say I did good, but I need to get better on my defense.
I think that's something that every basketball player can say. We can always be better on defense. Everybody used to give me a hard time about defense because I wanted to score. What about the rest of y'all? What's the one thing that you're trying to do better this year?
Just working on defense and like communicating better.
All right.
Be more of a leader.
All right, I love the being a leader because what does it, for you, when you think about a leader, who are the people that you enjoy being led by? Like, who are you trying to copy whenever you're looking at trying to spread that leadership around?
Like older people or like coaches, like people I look up to.
Now, Coach Lothar, you guys have a lot of tradition at East Lawrence, and basketball is something that, if people aren't familiar, y'all, boys and girls, have been consistently competitive in basketball for decades.
Yeah.
Why is that? Why would you talk about that tradition? Where does that come from, and how does it continue to grow?
Basketball is a good sport over at East Lawrence. A lot of community loves basketball. Not only that, the players play. These girls, they play travel ball, AAU basketball. And it's just a tradition that basketball has just been coming from Coach Williams and Coach Turner back in the day, and it's just been instilled since then.
I'll tell you a funny story about Coach Turner. My favorite thing about Coach Turner is he would yell something toward the girls, and it sounded like he was saying tight, but I have no idea what he was saying. But they knew what he meant, and they did it every time. Yeah. And then Coach Ramona afterward, it seems like there's been this consistent focus on trying to grow and do better in basketball. What is the one thing that you feel these ladies need to do for the Lady Falcons to hopefully do better than a third place finish this year?
We just got to work hard, and that's not something that we don't do, but it's just something that we got to do better. We need to work hard. We need to, like I said, I was talking earlier about the mindset. We've got to have that, refuse to lose mindset, and we got to carry that with us. Not just these 3 girls, but the rest of them that we're building from the 10th to the 9th graders as well. But just that working hard, being present, meaning being in practice every day, working hard when they get there, having that right mindset, being determined, and going hard every play.
Now, ladies, what's the one thing that you've been working on at practice every day? I know we talked about defense as just a collective term, but like what's something, like my senior year, I wanted to improve my perimeter game because all big guys think they can shoot 3 balls, and we really can't. We're meant to be 15 foot and inside, but we just don't listen. What's the one thing that you've been working on your game individually to try to be better for the Falcons this year?
I think I've been working on dribbling and like communicating and holding each other accountable for different things to make the team better.
All right, and what about our twins right here?
I really don't know, but
That's fine. You can discover it across the season. Coach Luther will help you find it. And if you don't find it well enough, there might be some down and backs that you can do that'll help you learn. What about you?
I'll say communicating and putting up more shots.
That's awesome. I heard Caitlin Clark say in her game the other night that when you're a shooter, you've got to remind yourself to keep shooting. You can't stop shooting just because they're not falling, and she ended up with, I think, 44 points. So she took her own advice. And we're going to go ahead and thank the Lady Falcons for joining us today at Region 2 Media Day. We'll be back in just a minute with Jefferson County.
School's back in, and we all know what that means.
Let's go to the end.
Whether it's football or softball or any other fall sport, Dublin Chevy GMC is here for you. Fall is in the air here in Middle Georgia, but the deals are still smoking hot at Dublin Chevy GMC.
And go. Move. Turn it up, Trey. Turn it up.
The scouts say we can't catch, throw, or run well, but they all agree we sure do sell cars well at Dublin Chevy GMC.
Hey, my name's Chandler Gerard.
I'm Kyle Gerard with A+ Flooring and Construction. And here at A+ Flooring and Construction, we believe in teamwork.
Come let our team service you with flooring, construction, and garage doors.
So come shop with us at A+ Flooring and Construction at 371 Georgia Highway 338 or visit our website at aplusconstruction.biz.
Or give us a call at 478-676-2662. Thank you.
Quality products and installation since 1985. That's 4 seasons.
Welcome back to the Region 2 Media Day. I'm Jason Holcombe right here at the Dublin High School Auditorium. We've heard from a trio of teams for the ladies side of Region 2. We're going to continue on with Jefferson County. We've got Coach Jackie Young and 10th grader Shanteria Anderson. Coach, last year was a growth year for y'all. Y'all were young. Talk about how you grew to get a little bit older.
Well, we had a lot of seniors on the team last year. And if you would have told me we would have ended where we were in the region last year, I would have been like, no way, because I got 5 seniors. This year coming up, I have nothing but sophomores and freshmen. And from the returning team, I have 4 sophomores, and the rest of them are freshmen that are coming in.
Wow. So talk about, as a coach, how you have to reorient yourself to prepare these younger kids to get on the court with some of these seniors they're going to be facing.
It's like a mind-changing game where I have to get my mindset right to prepare my younger girls that I'm going to have this year to get their mindset right. And we are by far going to be the youngest team in the region, but it's no doubt in my mind that we're going to do some great things with these young girls because they're young and they're eager, they listen, they pay attention, and they're excited about this upcoming season.
Now, Shantiri, as a 10th grader, you hear Coach talking about the excitement she has. How does that help you being young and trying to get on the court and trying to do these great things that she sees in you?
I could say to play hard and never give up and just fight to the end.
What did you learn about yourself last year during the season? Because I know it wasn't the season you guys had hoped for.
I could say
It's okay. What do you feel like you learned about yourself?
to always just fight hard. That's about it.
All right, Coach Young, it's funny we're talking about a young team and your last name is not intentional. It just happens that way sometimes. But having been a coach, you've coached different age groups of kids. What is the fun part about coaching a younger squad?
When they finally grasp what I'm telling them, when they finally get it, the excitement on their face lets me know that it's clicking, it's finally coming through. Just the excitement from them that, hey, I got it, Coach. And I get excited from that.
Now, when you're coaching a younger team too, in a region like this where you've got, you're sitting beside back-to-back region champs and you've got number 2 over here, what do you do to get the girls in a mindset to where they're not worrying about what last year was or what the names on the roster that they're facing? How do you get them beyond that to play their best basketball?
Just like you said in the beginning, it's a new season. Everybody is like 0-0 right now. And anytime we step on the floor, my girls are not going to be felt inferior by anybody. We're going to play hard from when the buzzer starts until it ends.
I love that. So what is your favorite drill at practice?
Probably layups.
All right. And what about layups is something, tell me why layups is a drill you like to do? Because,
like, that's really our bread and butter in the game all the time. Like, we get steals, go down the floor, we just make the layup.
Yeah, and I think for a lot of people when they're thinking about layups, you know, we use that as a term of it being easy. But anybody who's ever gotten a steal and got on the break and forgot to slow down and watch that ball go past the bucket, and then, you know, we have wonderful fans in Region 2, but they also don't mind letting you know when you do something that you shouldn't have done. So how do you teach yourself to make sure to compose right before you go up?
To always try to slow down and not just going full speed when I'm close to a goal.
Now, Coach, what are some of the things that you guys have been training for specifically? Are you doing anything new defensively, offensively? Is there new things that we can expect out of Jefferson County this year?
There are a lot of new things you can expect from Jefferson County next year. You just have to wait and see.
I hear you.
But we're young and we got a lot of things in the basket.
That's smart. That's smart. You don't want to give away that inside information. And then lastly, Shantiri, what's the thing that you hope for out of this season? I mean, obviously we want to win, you want to compete, you want to, you know, try to fight for a region championship, get deep in the playoffs. That's everybody's goal. But what's something in your mind and your heart that, hey, I want to make sure when the season's over, I did this?
To play as a team and just try our best because we young.
And Coach Young, for you as a coach, I know you've got levels of goals that you have set for the team. What's some of the goals that you feel like the ladies definitely are going to achieve based on what you've seen so far this year?
What I've seen so far is that my main goal for them right now is to develop that sisterhood on and off the court. You could do whatever you want to on the court, but if there's not a bond there where you have each other's back and then nothing else is going to happen, you're just going to fall short every time. So as of right now, they're developing that. They're starting to develop as a team. And I'm missing a couple of players because my girls right now are playing in flag football. So all of my girls are flag football. We're 14-2 right now, and we're looking to hopefully be going to the Georgia Dome to play flag football.
That's phenomenal. Well, congratulations to y'all on that, and I hope for Jefferson County's sake that you're out of those players for a little bit longer, because I like to see y'all compete at a high level, and hopefully they'll be on the court soon.
Thank you.
Well, we want to thank Coach Young, and we want to thank Shanteria for joining us here. We're going to be back in just a minute with the Lady Tigers from Swainsboro on the Region 2 Media Show.
Hi, I'm Tom Dominy. Here at Dublin Wind Nelson, we pride ourselves on providing the industry's highest quality products at the most competitive pricing. We are a full-service wholesaler specializing in plumbing, irrigation, and industrial products. With a staff that collectively offers more than 50 years of expertise, our team knows your industry, and we can answer your questions and help you get the parts and equipment you need. From Moen to Renee, we carry the plumbing, irrigation, and industrial products you need from the brands you trust. We also carry a great lineup of Milwaukee tools. At Dublin Wind Nelson, our goal is the long-term success of your business. We achieve that goal with a simple commitment, doing things right, one customer at a time. If you have a question, or if you're looking for a hard-to-find part, give us a call. Our experts are ready to help. Order online, give us a call, or come by at 507 Airport Road in Dublin. We're committed to building long-term relationships with our customers by earning your business every day.
Badcock Home Furniture and More is your home store, where you'll find great savings on new living room sets, sofas, love seats, recliners, and more. Badcock Home Furniture and More has great savings every day on bedding and bedroom sets. Shop Badcock Home Furniture and More for a great selection of dining room sets, and save every day on electronics and appliances at Badcock Home Furniture and More, 1927 Highway 441 South in Dublin. Call 275-3144 for more information, or stop by and see Wendy and Tim Sumner or any of their friendly staff today at Badcock and More Home Furniture Store, where no credit is ever refused.
Welcome back to the Region 2 Media Day. I'm Jason Holcombe here at Dublin High School's auditorium, and we're continuing. We had a little bit of a technical glitch, but want to thank our technology department for helping us get that sorted out. Coach Robertson Walden, you're back-to-back region champions.
Yes.
Deep playoff runs are becoming commonplace for the Lady Tigers, and the expectations are set high. Talk about last season, and did you meet your expectations for the year?
Last season, what I can say about my basketball program is adversity. That's what we like to kind of start our season off lately for the last 3 years. It's just been adversity. And being back-to-back region champs, that is a goal. That was a goal. Let's get back to where we was last year. So that was a check-off box in the region. And going to the Elite 8, that's just some history that we're trying to do. That's something that I'm trying to do for me, my name, my program. And we just doing what we can do quietly.
Well, y'all might say you do quiet work, but it's pretty loud on the court, so I got to speak to it because I watched it in person last year several times. Now we got Tanaya, Hannah, and Jaden here. Ladies, what did you feel like you accomplished last year? Did you reach your goal, or you still got goals to get?
I felt like I made a lot of accomplishments, especially like being a comeback. So a lot of people believed that I wasn't going to shake back from what happened, and I did, and I proved them wrong, so I'm very proud of myself.
Awesome. What about the rest of y'all?
Last year, I didn't play last year because I had an ACL injury, but I had watched the game on the sideline, and I learned a lot, like from the coach's point of view, and it was just a lot. Like I learned how the game, it's easy to play the game and it's easy to watch the game, but it's a lot. Like people think it's easy, but it's really not. It's a mind thing.
Now, Coach, you guys set a high bar for yourselves, and so when we come into summer, what are the things that you're doing in summer workouts to make sure that they still got that end goal of trying to get into late February and March?
But first, I'm putting them through the war. I'm putting them through the mud. Like, I want them to go and play. I want those 6A teams. I want those 7A teams. I want those championship teams. I want my girls to get a feel of what it feels like to make it to being a part of that March dance. Well, you can't do it in the season, you got to do it in the summer. So in the summer, we conditioning. We're playing defense. Anybody know my region will tell you defense is the name of our game. Defense comes first, offense comes last. But during the summer, I'm giving them 30 to 40 games in 3 weeks. And we knocking it out. We knocking it out. And my numbers are low, but trust me, it doesn't matter about the numbers. It matters about the heart, the effort, the mindset, the determination of what these girls want to do. And I got a strong group, a strong vet group of seniors that want to accomplish something, want something to say, we did this, we can do this. So, I mean, the summer is where it starts.
Well, I see the look on these 3 young ladies, and they are determined. Talk about that determination and talk about the grind. You know, everybody always talks about the grind. What is the grind like for you, and how do you thrive in that situation?
It's hard, especially at practice, because we have a hard coach. It's a lot of running. It's a lot of determination. You have to be determined. You have to have heart, and you have to know you have to just be there. Like, if you know how much running and stuff we do, like, if you were new to the team, you wouldn't stay. Like, you would quit. Like,
being a part of it for longevity rather than just being it for a short term. Go ahead.
Oh, we thought you had something extra to add. That's fine. Well, ladies, what's the number one thing that you want to do this year besides the collective goals? What are some individual goals you set for yourself, whether it's working on your mid-game, working on your interior, rebounding, whatever it is? I'll start on this side and we'll work this way. What's the one thing that you want to make sure you improve upon this year?
Sisterhood, leadership, being like a better attitude on and off the court. Yeah.
I want to work on my offense, ball handling, attitude, as she said, and leadership, because I'm a senior this year.
I want to work on picking back up where I left off, but coming back stronger and better, because I missed my whole junior year, and it was a lot. I cried a lot, so I know this year I'm gonna really want it, and I want them to really want it like I do too.
Well, I'm excited for you guys, and like I say all through the show, I'm excited for you guys, except when you play the Lady Irish. But I want to wish you the best of luck all season long, and I know we're going to be seeing each other late in the season, and like I tell people, when we get into the playoffs, it's all Region 2. It's all love, trying to see if every one of us can get to the Final Four. So, Coach, I want to thank you guys. Ladies, I want to thank you for joining us, and we'll be back with the boys' side of things here in just a minute on the Region 2 Media Show.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
From humble beginnings with a desire to serve the Dudley community, Bank of Dudley has grown to 5 locations, serving Lawrence, Twiggs, and surrounding counties. Serving our community since 1905, the Bank of Dudley is looking forward to its 2nd century of community banking. Drop in today to any of our 5 locations: Jeffersonville, Dudley, East Dublin, Veterans Boulevard, and downtown Dublin. Bank of Dudley, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
We've switched over to the boys' side of things. Right now, I've got Coach Garrett Collins and a trio of his players. Coach, you guys didn't make the playoffs last year, but I felt like you guys fought every single game that you played in. Talk about what you learned about each other last year.
We pushed through a lot of adversity last year. We had some injuries. Last year we didn't reach our goals, and we're not going to run away from that. I think this year we've got a little bit of a chip on our shoulder. We had a really successful summer, and we're just looking to get back together after football season and see if we can pick up where we left off.
I love it. Now, you guys obviously have some playoff football to get into and get after, and now that we're not having to face each other on the field, the hope is all of Region 2 will advance as deep as possible. But in the meantime, with Iverson and Omari and Caleb, guys, talk about last year. What did you learn about yourself from last year?
Last year was just like a learning experience. Learned a lot. We was all building bonds together.
I was injured last year, so this year for me it's personal. So everything I'm gonna go 100 on everything.
Last year I learned I need to play with more confidence, because when I play with confidence, it's scary.
Well, you're a big guy. Like, we need those big guys showing up and showing out. What do you feel like you did to improve that confidence?
I worked awesome every day.
And what were the things that you worked on the most that you felt like helped you with that confidence?
I worked on building like more strength, endurance, and just communication skills.
And you talked about being injured last year. How frustrating is that to have to sit there, but then how did it inspire you to what you want to do this year?
Me being injured, I really learned a lot, and like watching people, and also working my right hand, getting better with it, and stuff like that.
Yeah, those two hands. I'm a lefty, and I remember I had coaches that didn't realize it at first, and I'm like, oh wow, you got that strong left, and then it's like, well, go do a right-handed left, and it's like,
yeah,
hold on, let me work in progress. Yeah. Now, Coach Collins, 6 years under your belt, coaching-wise, what do you feel like you've done and how you've grown as a coach to try to help these guys be better this year?
I've been coaching these guys since the last week of school when they were in 5th grade.
Wow.
So this is going to be kind of a special year for me. These guys are seniors. We've got one more senior as well who's not with us today. But what I've learned, especially coming in, I got the job at the age of 27. 6 years later, I've learned a little bit of patience. I don't know if they would agree with that, but
yes, sir.
I've learned some patience. I've learned to kind of, at times, let them figure some things out themselves, and just to trust our preparation and be more process-oriented instead of results-oriented, and kind of let the preparation take care of itself.
Now, guys, what's the one thing that you're hoping to accomplish this year, both individually and as a team?
I'm going for Defensive Player of the Year this year.
Team goals.
Oh, region championship.
I'm trying to be first team this year. And team region championship. Yeah.
I want Player of the Year. And
that's what I like to hear. That just go ahead and reach for it. What's it going to take from you guys to reach those goals?
To work as a team.
Yeah, dedication.
Dedication.
And who do you feel like are the teams in this region that can make the most noise?
We got respect for all of them.
Yeah, I respect all of them.
You guys, Coach Collins is training them right. Yeah. Look there. No bulletin board material. I love it. And so lastly, what do you guys want to be when you grow up?
Truck driver.
Cool.
Yeah, sports don't work out. Try to get my CDL.
I want in real estate.
All right. That's fantastic. Well, Coach Collins, we want to thank you guys for coming and joining us today, for showing off what the Bleckley County Royals are going to be doing this season. We want to wish you all the best of luck. And when we come back, we'll be with our own Fighting Irish from Dublin High School here at the Region 2A Media Show.
Premier Heating and Air is now offering all homeowners up to $2,000 instant rebate and up to $2,000 federal tax credit with the purchase of a qualifying HVAC system. Financing available for all homeowners. So call Premier Heating and Air today and get up to $2,000 instant rebate and up to $2,000 federal tax credit with qualifying HVAC system. Premier Heating and Air, a locally owned and operated company. Offer ends 11/30/23.
I'm Brian Bazemore, President and CEO of Community Bank of Dublin-Lawrence County. We would like to invite you to come by and experience a welcoming banking environment. Come by today and have a cup of coffee and let us talk with you about our many products, savings accounts, checking accounts, CDs, and our many loans. You're more than just a number to us, you're family. Come by today, Community Bank of Dublin, Lawrence County, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Welcome back to the Region 2A Media Show. I'm Jason Holcombe. We're now here with the Dublin Fighting Irish, Coach Carlos Hope, and we got a trio of kids here that are going to be doing some great things for the Irish. Coach Hope, your first year here with the Fighting Irish after a very successful career at Waco. When you make that transition, I know it becomes about building relationships with players. How do you feel like you and the players have been able to bond?
We've had a real good summer. It started this summer, and it's still a process, definitely now, when you come to Dublin, I was used to it at Waco, you have to deal with football, and that's a good thing. So we don't have our whole team intact at this time here, but it's been a smooth transition, super excited about the opportunity to be here at Dublin, and we're expecting big things.
Now we got Martravius, Jakeem, and AJ here representing, and guys, some people doing football, some people are already into basketball. What are you guys doing to make sure that when basketball is all in, that you're all in for basketball?
I know after football practice, I go watch the rest of the basketball practice, making sure I keep up on the plays, staying locked in. But when I come back, I just want to be lost.
And just so people know, you also made a habit of doubling down, because I would see you at football practice and I'd see you at basketball, and I'd see, you stayed busy. Now for the two other fellas, Jakeem and AJ, talk about what you're doing right now to have the team ready to play regardless of who's on the court when the first tip happens.
We just communicating, working hard, coming in every day, keep playing. Still got leaders, still trying to find leaders.
Just motivating everybody to letting them know that we got a goal that we can get to if we stay motivated and work.
Now, Coach Hope, for people who aren't familiar, your style of basketball is very defense first oriented, and really it's intense, but it's a different intensity than people have seen maybe in the last 4 or 5 years for Dublin basketball. Talk about implementing your system and getting the kids to understand how it works and how it's going to be successful for y'all.
And we've been doing it all summer, and again, it's a work in progress. But our kids here, they had a foundation in the past. Coach Smith and Coach Williams before him. Dublin has always been a defensive-minded team. So, we haven't came here to try to just overhaul. Just kind of tweak a few things here, make it our own. But our kids have worked hard, and like I said, we talked at the end of the summer that we thought our best basketball is still ahead of us here.
And what's something you've learned about yourself in this transition? Because, you're a Waco staple, and now you're Irish, and I loved your daughter, Caden, who's going to be playing for the Lady Irish this year, talking about how much she enjoyed being part of the Fighting Irish family. Because I just asked her, I said, hey, what's that like? I'll ask you the same question. How much fun are you having as part of the Fighting Irish family now?
It's been an awesome transition. Again, the last 17 years I've been at Waco. It was not easy to walk away from that, but just the people here in Dublin, the kids have bought in. It's been a very smooth transition. And I say, the Bible says that the steps of a good man are ordered by God. I know God has ordered my steps here, so we're excited about this new era and this new opportunity, and, we jumped in it full-fledged.
Trevor, what has you the most excited about this season?
Having a new coach and a new way of, everything. I know last year, it was a solid year and a humbling year. I know people see it as a bad year, but I just see it as a humbling year because last year we did more talking than actually doing. I know Coach won't let us do anything this year, and I'm just excited.
Now, what about for you guys? What are the one thing that you want to do individually and as a team to make sure that the Irish are going to be successful for the entire season?
Just keep the energy up on the energy car, so keep my confidence and just be ready to play hard.
As a team, we need to stay together. We need to keep working, keep pushing each other to be the best we can be. And individually, I want to get Region Player of the Year.
I love it. I love hearing all these kids shooting for these high goals. And I know, Coach, that your goal is to be competing for a region championship and a top seed. We want to thank the Fighting Irish and Coach Hope for coming and joining us today. In a few minutes, we'll be back with the East Lawrence Falcons here on the Region 2 Media Show.
School's back in, and we all know what that means. Whether it's football or softball or any other fall sport, Dublin Chevy GMC is here for you. Fall is in the air here in Middle Georgia, but the deals are still smoking hot at Dublin Chevy GMC.
Hello, I'm Andy Cullins at Cullins Supply. Bad Boy tractors built to carry the load around your farm or property. We're building on legendary Bad Boy brand by introducing a new line of small or medium-sized tractors that maintain our history, combining power, performance, and build quality while delivering the highest value in their class. With a tractor size to fit any farm, from landscapers to ranchers, Bad Boy tractors are positioned to be workhorses in the field. Coupled with our line of Bad Boy implements and cutters, you're all set to make your workday feel less like a chore. Visit us at Cullins Supply, 910 East Jackson Street in Dublin, or 826 South Harris Street in Sandersville.
Now's the time to get a great deal on the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience. Professional grade mowers, durable sidekick utility vehicles, and versatile compact tractors. It's the equipment you need to take care of your land. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months, plus save up to $800.
Your Kubota dealer is Mid-State Tractor and Equipment, 1325 North Jefferson, Dublin.
Welcome back to the Region 2 Media Show. We just finished up with the Fighting Irish. We heard from the Royals a little bit ago, but now we're going to talk to Coach Lothar and the East Lawrence Falcons. Coach, you guys were 16-11 last year and finished #2 in the region.
Yes, sir.
And you guys had high energy toward the end of the year. Felt like you guys found yourselves. Tell me, what did you think of last year?
Last year, I think that we had a lot of goals that we accomplished. We fell short of those goals, so I think last year's motivation for this year. The most important thing is maturity and mindset, and knowing what you want to do when you set your goals in that moment.
I love that. Now we've got Rashawn, Tyan, and Kyan here today. Guys, talk about last season. What did you learn about yourselves?
Last season, I learned that I can better my attitude and learn how to play with my teammates more and be a better defensive team.
What about y'all?
Go ahead. I feel like I could be a better leader this year, play more defense, get more rebounds, and talk more.
Oh, my bad. I say just be motivated more. Like, motivate teammates, people coming off the bench so they can come in and get us starters. You know, when we get out, we can have a break, and they give us the same energy that we'll get on.
Now, Coach Lothar, how do you build upon last year? Because that toward the end of the season, like I said, I felt like you guys caught your wind and went sailing and had a really good end of the year. How do you build upon that?
Motivation. We worked hard all summer. We had a great summer. We probably played close to 55, maybe 50 to 60 games during the summer, in probably a 4-week span. We had a lot of experience. We played a lot of different teams.
Wow.
We went to Atlanta. We played a lot of Atlanta teams during the summer. That translated to a lot of teams. As far as when we went to Georgia camp, we played a lot of good teams with different styles. And I think that's going to help us as we push through. We played locally, played some local games, and then we had a great camp at our house. I felt like we started to have that turnaround when we started gaining experience with different types of team and different styles to help us better our games, because I believe in competition and pushing each other to the next level, seeing how far you can go, pushing yourself. And, you know, that's what we're all about. We're all about working hard. We're all about trying to get to that level. And when we fell short last year, it was heartbreaking. We don't want that feeling again. So we're mission driven. I tell my guys, we're mission driven. We're motivated from what could have happened last year.
Right.
Which we created a lot. We had a lot of goals last year. But, you know, we felt like, you know, when you lose in the first round and you're hosting, losing the first round in double overtime to a good Pelham team, I felt like if we'd have got past them, we probably would have went pretty deep. But, you know, right now, at the moment, we're just gelling. We already have the chemistry, and right now we're just motivated.
I love that. Now, guys, talk about that chemistry. How did you build that chemistry? How do you feel close enough to each other to be honest with each other when you have to be?
Well, we've been playing since middle school together, and been playing AAU together since we were young, and that kind of played a big part of it.
Yes.
What about for y'all?
Same thing.
Same thing.
We all been playing with each other.
All right, so as we wrap things up, Coach, what's the number one thing that you feel like you guys have to do right now in order for the Falcons to try to fly even higher?
Just call it process work, trust the process, motivate each other, make each other better every day. Practice is getting intense every day. Sometimes they look at me like I'm crazy during some practices as I'm motivating and pushing them. But we're mission driven. That's the goal. We want to finish. We want to be at that high pinnacle, and we want the success just like everybody else. I respect everybody in the region, but we're trying to reach that goal that we didn't get to last year, and that's what's gonna push us through.
Well, guys, anything else you'd like to add?
No, sir.
Okay. Well, we want to wish you guys the best all season long for the Falcons. And Coach Luther, you always have a spot in our heart over at Dublin. So
yes, sir.
It's always there. But when we come back, we'll be joined with Jefferson County here on the Region 2 Media Show.
We have natural gas all over town.
Get yourself a natural gas tankless water heater and save space.
And have endless hot water.
Natural gas is more efficient than electricity. And it's lighter than air. When you install natural gas appliances,
You can get rebates up to $1,500.
The City of Dublin will finance you up to $7,500.
For 60 months at 0% interest.
Use natural gas for all your outdoor cooking.
It's a luxury. We're on call 24/7. You'll call us and we'll be there. Whether you're building a home or starting a business, City of Dublin Natural Gas has you covered. We serve commercial and residential gas all across town.
Yeah. Call your gas guys at 478-277-5048.
I'm Glenn Register, and on behalf of all the employees at Hometown Supply, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you. We have everything from four-wheelers and golf carts to cell phones and computers to flat screens and appliances. We have affordable payment plans to fit your budget. Just remember, if you can't do business at Hometown Supply, you just can't do business.
Welcome back to the Region 2 Media Show. We're getting toward the end of the program and we want to thank everybody for sticking around and watching with us. As we get into the next team here, we're here at Jefferson County and Coach Kelvin Farmer in your 8th year. Coach, last year you guys were able to make the playoffs, and this year you have 0 returning starters. How do you as a coach prepare to try to transition from no starters at all for this year?
Well, yeah, I don't have no starters, but at the same time, these guys have been with me for 4 years. So they've been through our program, JV, varsity, so they've been with me. So they know the system, how to run it, defense start first, so that's how I know we'll be okay.
And so we've got Kobe and Jeremiah with us today too, right?
Yes, sir.
Now guys, talk about last year. What did you learn about yourselves individually?
The thing that I learned about myself is that no matter what, if I'm on the bench or not, I could play the game how I play it. Slow it down, speed it up, because I'm the guard. So.
Don't be bashful.
I realized that I really don't have to have the ball all the time to make an impact on the game. So, yeah.
I think that's a hard lesson for a lot of us to learn, how to be part of the game without having the ball in our hand. Coach, this year with your squad, what have you learned so far about your team that has you excited?
One thing I learned about this group here, beyond my part, is trust. To trust them. All right, they've been with me. They probably didn't get the playing time I thought they should have got, but they've been with me, and they trust them. They be themselves and play ball. They trust.
Now, guys, you obviously weren't starters, or else he would say that he had returning starters. how do you transition role-wise from being a guy that's coming up off the bench and giving some minutes to being the guy that's going to be doing the majority of the minutes? What are you doing to get your mind right for that?
Just don't think about being on the bench. When I go out there, I don't think like, oh, I'm the starter on this, on that. I go out there and play the game no matter where I'm at. So for me, starting this year, it's a big role, so I got to keep everybody head on right. Don't talk negative or whatever happens, just lift them up.
All right.
Just playing with confidence, like nothing even happened, you know.
I love that, playing with confidence. Now, Coach, you know, the region doesn't change this year. We've got some folks that rotated out player-wise, but you know that everybody's going to be coming and they're going to be bringing it. What do the Warriors need to bring to the table this year to hopefully get the record up a little bit better and maybe make a deeper playoff run?
We work, we fight, we lift weights, we condition, but our main thing is value each possession. Cause we lost a lot of close games last year, and each possession matters, small detail matters. So if we do that, there'll allow us to improve the record and go deeper in the state playoff.
Now, what do you guys want to do as a team? And I'm not talking about records or playoff position. I'm talking about what do you guys feel like you need to do as a team to ultimately be as successful as you can be?
Play our parts. That's the biggest thing, because we already been playing with each other for a long time. So I wouldn't say it's the chemistry, but I say that playing the role is the biggest thing that we need to do, no matter what.
Having trust in your teammates, you know, knowing what they can do, so letting them have what they can, you know what I'm saying?
And then, Coach, to conclude, how excited are you? It's another basketball season. It's about to start.
Yeah, I'm very excited. You know, each season, you know, brings something different. Different guys, you know, you got coaching different. You know, everybody not the same. Every season not the same. So I'm very excited every year.
Well, we're very excited for you guys and for the Warriors, and want to hope that you have a successful season and that you grind out those games and a few of those start turning into wins, except for when you come and play our Irish, like I said earlier. But thank you guys so much for joining us. We'll be right back with Swainsboro on the Region 2 Media Show.
Hi, I'm Tom Domine. Here at Dublin Wind Nelson, we pride ourselves on providing the industry's highest quality products at the most competitive pricing. We are a full-service wholesaler specializing in plumbing, irrigation, and industrial products. With a staff that collectively offers more than 50 years of expertise, our team knows your industry, and we can answer your questions and help you get the parts and equipment you need. From Moen to Renee, we carry the plumbing, irrigation, and industrial products you need from the brands you trust. We also carry a great lineup of Milwaukee tools. At Dublin Wind Nelson, our goal is the long-term success of your business. We achieve that goal with a simple commitment, doing things right, one customer at a time. If you have a question, or if you're looking for a hard-to-find part, give us a call. Our experts are ready to help. Order online, give us a call, or come by at 507 Airport Road in Dublin. We're committed to building long-term relationships with our customers by earning your business every day.
Since 1916, Gravely has been designed, engineered, and made right here in the USA. Whether you prefer gas or electric, every Gravely has been forged with the commercial landscaper in mind. So they're not only built to last, but to also keep you riding comfortably from dawn to dusk. So ask yourself, are you ready to graduate to a Gravely? Visit your local Gravely dealer today.
Hey, I'm TJ with Dublin Outdoors and Power Sports, formerly known as Myers Equipment Supply. We're your full-line dealer for Gravely lawnmower sales and service.
You've been saying you want it, and now's the time to get it. Pool and patio furniture in style with fabrics you want, comfort and durability you deserve. You'll even save on accessories and add your own personal style. Come see the full line of pool and patio furniture at Mid-State Pools and Spas today and bring home a colorful poolside. Now's a great time to save at Mid-State Pools and Spas, located on Veterans Boulevard in Dublin. Mid-State Pools and Spas. We know pools.
Welcome back to the Region 2 Media Show. We're wrapping things up with the Swainsboro Tigers, and in good fashion, because last year you guys had a magical season. Wow. And I those are the things that you always hope for. You know, I've had the opportunity to watch our Irish do something similar, but talk about, you know, Coach Bryce, you're in your 8th year, and last year you went to a Final Four. What was that feeling like for you?
It was great, man. You know, but we just had a long season with some of the kids that I have. You know, I had a bunch of them were football players, and you know, they had just played that big state championship game, and we're coming off that, and it's just all just high, you know, at the moment. And then when you get into the basketball season, then you know you got D1 football players that are expecting to go to the next level. So it was tough because, you know, we didn't know what team we was gonna have on the floor.
Wow.
The whole year. So we dealt with a lot that the region that they didn't know about. So I just thank God that, you know, we made it through it.
Well, we've got LJ and Kavoya here. Guys, talk about last year. What was that season like for y'all?
I had a lot of growing up to do. I was a freshman last year. I had to learn a lot from the older guys in practice. Like in practice every day, they taught me something new. So it's like, the season was magical to me.
It was hard, really. I would come off the bench from the past 2 years. I learned from the starts.
Now, Coach, anytime you've had a team make a Final Four, I think back to our Dublin boys basketball team back in the 2000s. We made a Final Four and lost to Buford, and the next year we were able to come back and win a state championship beating Thomasville. But I remember talking to Coach Thomas and the challenge of trying to build upon and not expecting that you were just going to win because you walked in the door. Talk about what you're doing with your guys to make sure that that hunger and that fire is there for every game.
We are trying to start from day one. We're going to start from day one, and last season, it's gone. So now these kids got to understand, if you don't come in and bring your A game, the next region team, they're going to come in and beat your butt. So you got to be ready to play basketball on any given night in this region, because I respect them all.
Yeah, I will say that our region is a very competitive region, and I think that the region playoff testifies to that. Those were some hard-fought games that I think everybody was in, both boys and girls. Now, guys, what have you done in the off-season to get yourself strong and mentally prepared for this grind again?
Mainly run, train. Yeah, mainly run and train.
I play football, so it's like 4 or 5 days a week I'm in the weight room. So I was really trying to work on my body. That was my biggest downfall last year. I worked a lot on my ball handling, so I come out the wing and start shooting a lot.
And Coach, for you, when you were part of a winning school where competition is something that happens in every sport, how do you manage? Obviously, you did a good job last year of managing, you know, having all these football players that ended up coming on the basketball court. What are you doing differently this year to make it even smoother for you guys?
Well, just really nothing different, I mean, that we are doing, because, I mean, when I first got here, the baseball team was playing for it. Then the girls basketball team were playing for it. Then Coach Leroy Jordan had just won it in '96, so, and I was just coming in just as an assistant coach, so I just know about the tradition. So now the kids know. So nothing changed. You know, you better be on the ground or you're gonna be out the door.
All right, guys. So as we're wrapping things up, what do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to play basketball. That's what I did my whole life. I want to continue to do it. Don't matter what level, I just want to play. So.
Same as me, I want to play basketball when I grow up too.
And Coach, what do you feel like are some of the baseline goals that you're setting for yourself across the season?
I just want these kids to just to get better as the season goes. We want just to set goals that, hey, I'm gonna get better at shooting, or I'm gonna get better at taking charges, or I'm gonna get better at rebounding. Some of the stuff that we got to get back, you know, that every team must do. I mean, if you're gonna win, the little things.
But y'all did a lot of little things very well this year, and we want to wish you the best as we head into this season. We want to wish all of our teams the best as we transition from football into basketball. Make sure that you support your local teams all season long. It's so much fun to watch these kids as they grow. I've watched quite a few. In fact, some of them ended up becoming head coaches for Blackley County. That's how long I've been watching this game, but it's fun. Make sure that you take advantage of this, and we want to thank everybody for taking time out of the day to participate in this Region 2A Media Day right here at Dublin High School. Thank you.
Welcome everybody. I have with me Avery Alderman. Avery, you got something special going on at Trinity today. Tell us what it is.
Yes, sir. So we're doing a test drive here for Trinity. We're raising money here up to about $1,500, giving back to the local school here, partnered with the Chevy Youth Sports Program.
Okay, and where did this idea come from?
It's something that GM done. We partner with them. It's for a great cause. Last year we did it with East Lawrence. This year we're doing it with Trinity. So we try and spread the love here in the local community.
Okay, I watched these ladies get out and get in a EV, electric vehicle. Tell us about that one.
Yes, sir. So that's where the new world, that's where everything's going to. So we have a 2023 Chevy Blazer EV. So we got about 2 of them on site, white with red interior. They get anywhere from up to 320 miles per range. So it's where the world's going to now.
Is this total electric?
Yes, sir. Yes,
okay.
sir. 100% electric.
Okay, and you've got several on the lot, don't you? Maybe
yes,
not the Blazer or whatever, but what do you have on the lot EVs?
So we have a new Blazer that we have here. We got a couple bolts online, and then we got another Blazer that's coming in. So it'll be a gray color. So we're pushing them out, and they're great cars and working good.
Well, they're backing one in right here while we're talking, and I'm sure you don't hear a sound because I'm having to strain to hear a sound. Tell me how they drive.
Yes, so it's honestly, with the technology and everything he has in it, it's a smooth ride, quiet. It's you can't beat them. You ain't got to worry about fuel costs or anything like that. Just plugging it in at home or using these local, charging stations that we have, it works perfect.
Okay, now GM, maybe Nissan, you tell me, one reason people don't want to buy these EVs is when you have to change the batteries, they're $10,000, $12,000, $14,000 to replace batteries. I think y'all have overcome that, haven't you?
Yes, sir. So GM has partnered with a particular manufacturer where you have to just replace the cells itself. So we're not actually replacing the full battery, so the cost on it is a lot less. It works for the consumer if they do ever have to worry about it, or if they purchase used, it gives them the peace of mind that they only have to replace that cell and not the full battery itself.
And are y'all doing this other places in the county?
Just here today. Last year we did it at East Lawrence, but next year we'll do it at another local school we have.
Okay.
But you can go by the dealership for a free test drive, and we'll be glad to go over it all with you.
Okay, what other incentives you got going on to entice us to buy a car right now?
Well, actually, the truck right behind us, we got about $8,500 off on select models. We got trucks that got 1%, 2% for 36, 48 months.
Mm-hmm.
We got a wide range of rebates and incentives that we'd be glad to show and check out for you guys.
Well, if that's not an incentive with rates astronomically high, when you can get 1% and 2% at 48 months or so, and that is a reason to buy a vehicle right now, because as we know, rates have
absolutely
through your bank or wherever, anywhere you get money, rates are extremely high right now. So, and it seems like they're going to go a little bit higher. So the manufacturer looks like recognize that, and they're giving some incentive to do it. So tell me about this truck behind us.
So right here is the 2023 GMC Elevation. It's got 20-inch wheels. It's got heads-up display. It's got the new multi-flex tailgate. It's a really nice vehicle, running boards. It's got the 5.3 engine. It's probably around $58,000, $59,000 after all the rebates and everything.
Okay, good. That's a big savings. And what about this Trail Boss?
So this Trail Boss here it's a custom Trail Boss. It's a 2024 Chevrolet Silverado. It's got the 20-inch wheels as well. It's going to be up there in the upper 60s, but it's a nice truck, and they're hard to get, so it won't last long. It's got power sunroof, spray in bed liner, the whole 9 yards.
Okay, before we close, Avery, so now we're looking at Silverados here. What is going on now? Do you have plenty of stock if someone comes in?
Yes, sir. So we got plenty of stock. We're getting truckloads in daily. I know right now we got a 23 GMC Yukon SLT that just landed, won't last long. So, you know, come on in, hurry up and come in before it sells and check out all the great savings we have.
Okay, and I'm sure salesmen right now are calling customers and saying, hey, I got this one Yukon. So,
Absolutely.
Man, they look so good on the road.
Yes, sir.
The Yukon or the Tahoe, they are, I saw one yesterday in line at the school, and just, it's an eye catcher.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it comes well equipped. The one we have coming that we just got in, it's got the rear media, it's got bucket seats, black, 20-inch wheels. It's a really nice vehicle.
Okay, thank you, brother. Appreciate you.